Well, hi, hello. It is the 15th of April today, and I've got my new toy, and this new toy is a camera. It's like a fancy vlogging camera. I'm using it for the first time right now, so I hope it works out well. If I don't look into the camera enough, I'm very sorry. This is a very different setup from what I had before, so I'm figuring it out, but I'm very excited. I haven't had a new camera in a very long time, so we'll see. So why are we here? It is still the spring equinox in Aurelium. We're still doing the magical readathon. So let me quickly get you up to speed so that we can progress and I can tell you all about my reading for the month. So, I'm currently doing the Necromancer Calling, and for that, I have to finish 8 classes. I have already finished 3. I have finished Conjuration, Inscription, and Spells and Incantations, and I'm currently working on 2 more, one with the physical read and one with my audiobook. My current physical read is this one. It's called Lass uns tanzen, Fräulein Lena by Hanna Aden. This is a German historical fiction book that is set right after the Second World War, where we follow a young woman called Lena, who is one of the German refugees who had to move to kind of northern Germany, and it's about her struggles. It's mostly romancy stuff, but it also tries to explore deeper issues. I don't think it's very successful with that, but I only have 60 pages of that left. So if everything goes well, I can finish that tonight, and then I will be done with this series. This is a duology, and I have read the first book also earlier in the month. So if you want to hear more about the series, please check out my last vlog because I talked about it there in length. But I'll also let you know once I finish this one. And then for my audiobook, I'm currently reading Sky on Fire, and this is a fantasy book written by Jenn Lyons. Last year, I've read the Chorus of Dragons series, one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. This one is a standalone though, and I'm not quite sure whether I will really love it, but so far I'm enjoying it. I think, did I just say I'm about like 40-ish% in? So I will definitely finish that very soon too. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where this goes from here. So we are following a young woman who, as a girl, was accused of a crime, and she was basically they tried to like kill her, but she survived, and she survived like apart from her society and her family and like everything. But now she's kind of stuck back into this world, and in this world, the dragons rule over the humans. The humans are basically enslaved by the dragons, and I'm intrigued to see where it goes. This is a kind of like a queer normative world, and what's interesting is that they have these garden rings, and basically, depending on the rings you wear, people will know like what your sexual interests are, what your romantic interests are, whether you're in a relationship, and kind of stuff like that. So I love that idea a lot. This also, right now, is just a lot of like back and forth, and we have quite a few characters, which is similar to Chorus of Dragons, but because it is a standalone, I'm just not quite sure how well that will work. But we'll see. I will definitely let you know more once I have read more of the book. But for now, that's where we are and where we start off this vlog, and I hope this will be fun. I will have a lot of fun trying out this new camera. I hope it all works out, and yeah, you'll see the results soon. So today is the 18th of April and I do have an update for you. And I have finished another book, which is great. I finished my physical read, Lass uns tanzen, Fräulein Lena by Hanna Aden, a historical fiction book from a German author about the time after the Second World War in northern Germany. This one wasn't my favorite because I just felt like it was a little bit too like surface level and fluffy. I didn't really love the characters in here. This is also the second book in a duology, so I read both of these books this month for the Readathon, and I gave this one 3 stars. I think it's fine. I think that the resolution to some of the problems was definitely better in this one than the first one. I really didn't love how some things were discussed in the first one, and I felt like this book tried to do a little bit of a better job and to offer a little bit more of a perspective, I guess. But yeah, I wanted this to be like really well researched and going a little bit into the history of like swing and jazz in Germany around the time of the First and Second World War, basically. But this is not what you get in here, unfortunately. It's only about this like small town drama that we have in this city. So yeah, I was overall a bit disappointed by this duology, and I wouldn't recommend it or anything. It's just not the kind of like historical fiction I like, where it really delves deeper into, you know, topics that maybe people don't know a lot about and like teaches you something new while also telling a great story. That's the kind of historical fiction I love, and unfortunately this really wasn't it for me. So I read this book for lore, so we have now finished 4 of my 8 classes, which is amazing. I still have my audiobook going on, The Sky on Fire. I am more than halfway through that right now, and I'm still enjoying it. It still doesn't really grip me, and I feel like it's just a lot of like going back and forth, and I don't know, it's just I'm just not all there still emotionally with my interest and all. So that's a little bit sad, but I will definitely continue listening to it. As I said before, I loved the Chorus of Dragons series by Jenn, Lyons, so I definitely wanted to give her standalone a try as well. But I think her style of writing just works better in a longer series where she can really flesh out these characters and their relationships. I think she is trying to do that in the standalone as well, but it's just not quite as powerful because we don't have so much time to spend with these characters. And for my next physical read, I want to start Bare Bones by Katie Reichs. This is, I think, the 6th book in the Temperance Brennan series. This is the thriller series that inspired the TV show Bones, but it is very, very different. Like, the character is named Temperance Brennan as well, and she's also a forensic anthropologist. But apart from that, the whole character, the people around her and all of that are completely different. I really love this series. Like, the first book was a bit like too traditional like thriller for me, but all the other books I've read so far I have really, really enjoyed. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. These are usually also quite quick reads for me. And because today is a holiday here and tomorrow I will leave to visit my family, I thought, you know, choosing a book that I can bring on the train and maybe even finish on my train rides would be like really great, because yeah, there's like a special book that I also want to read this month, but I don't want to take it on the train because it is a nice hardback, and yeah, I think for like the traveling parts I'd rather bring a paperback. So when I have finished Bare Bones, we will talk about that special book that I'm really looking forward to. So that's my update, and I'll talk to you soon. So, good morning. Today is the 19th of April. I'm going on my little family vacation adventure today. So, if I look a little bit ruffled, it's because I just prepared everything, got everything ready for the cat, and all of that. But before I leave, I wanted to give you a very quick reading update because yesterday I already read 160 pages in Bare Bones, which is almost halfway. I think it's probably about 30%, something like that. And I'm really enjoying the book. Maybe I should hold it up. Let's be a real booktuber. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This is the sixth book in a series, so it's a little bit hard to talk about this book. But in the broadest sense, in this one, we are following the forensic anthropologist Temperance Brennan. She works in Montreal and in Charlotte? No, I don't know. Somewhere in the US in, I think, North Carolina? Could be very wrong about that. And in this one, she's actually in the US, so we are following a storyline there. And at the beginning of the book, the remains of a dead baby are discovered in a wood burner. So it starts out with this mystery of what happened to this baby and also the mother, because the mother is missing. But then there's also a plane crash and things just start happening. As it usually does with these books, a lot of bodies turn up because that's kind of what this scientist does. She looks at the bones and she tries to figure out what happened to these people. So in this one, I'm really liking it so far. 6 books, so we already have quite a bit of build-up with all of these characters. And especially there is kind of a slow burn romance in these books, and in this one we are finally getting a little bit somewhere with that, which I'm very much enjoying because I'm definitely rooting for this one. But I'm also a little bit worried because there's probably going to be a little bit of a back and forth with it throughout the next books. Now, this is not a romance book. This is very much a side plot, and the main plot is figuring out what is going on with this plane crash and the mother and the baby. So I'm definitely very intrigued to continue reading this on the train today, and hopefully with what's left of this, I can finish it when I'm back, and then I will give you my final thoughts on Bare Bones. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 22nd of April, and I do have a little bit of a reading update for you. So I made it home safe and sound. I do feel a little bit like migraine-y today, but I hope it will just pass. I will try to take everything kind of slow today. But on the train, I did manage to finish Bare Bones by Katie Reichs. This was my book for demonology, so I finished that class as well. This one, it was kind of like perfect. I literally finished it 10 minutes before my train arrived here, so that was like perfect timing. And I ended up giving this one 4 stars. This is definitely not my favorite one of the Temperance Brennan's novels that I've read so far. This is the 6th one, and unfortunately I thought this would be like really good, but in the end the mystery never really gripped me, and I was never like really on the edge of my seat to figure things out. I don't know if I just missed it with the previous books, but this one also had a lot of like very heavy-handed foreshadowing of like in the first chapter it was like, yeah, the man I'm going to kill is doing this and that right now, but I didn't know it, and stuff like that. So I don't know if I just missed it in the other books, but in this one it got a little bit on my nerves, unfortunately. Also in this one we do have a intersex person. And this person gets misgendered quite a lot towards the end of this book, which really bothered me. Now, this book came out in 2003, I believe. So, yeah, you could totally see that Katie Reichs would probably write this very differently today with all of the discussions about, you know, sexual identity and gender identity that we've had in the last couple of years. But yeah, still, I wanted to mention that this made me quite uncomfortable, the way this person was misgendered quite a lot. And overall, as I said, the case just, it didn't really grip me. Like, I think some of the other cases were so much more interesting. I think still you have a lot of like the science stuff in here that I'm looking for when I pick up these books. So I definitely had a fun time with it. I did like that we see the slow burn romance go somewhere in this one, even though I thought maybe I expected just a little bit too much of that, considering that this is a thriller series. So it was a fun time, gave it 4 stars, but definitely not like the highlight of the series for me. Now, the next book I want to start, I only have 2 books left to start for Magical Readathon. And this one is probably my most anticipated one. Not quite sure. I have so much anxiety, but I'm also really ready and I hope I will love it. It is a 5-star prediction, but what if it's not? You know what I mean? So, next up, I will read Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared, but I'm also so excited. So yeah, this is going to be my next book. Now, I do still have 3 days off. Today will definitely be a cleaning day. I have to get my flat back into shape a little bit, but I hope that I can read quite a bit of that during my days off. We'll see whether that works out. Then I only have 4 more days of work before my contract runs out, and I'm free. I'll be free for the summer. Very excited, but also kind of stressed out because there is still stuff I need to do. So this will be my next book, but I have decided, because I have anticipated this one so much, that I will do a separate reading vlog where I will talk about this. So if everything goes according to plan, by the time you're watching this vlog, the Sunrise on the Reaping vlog will already be up. So I won't talk about this book here very much, but I'll let you know when I've finished it, and wish me luck. Wish me luck. With my audiobook, I'm currently about 2/3 of the way through. I haven't really listened to a lot of it, and I think that because of that, it's definitely suffering. Like, I want to love it, but I don't know. So today when I do the cleaning, I hope to get back into my audiobook. I listened to a little bit last night, but yeah, I really need to like get back into the things and finally, hopefully get really excited about it and finish it. I'll update you later on that part. And then I also have this box to unbox. This was supposed to be here much earlier, but unfortunately it did not arrive the way it was supposed to. So this is a little gift from my best friend. I just stabbed myself, so I might be bleeding all over everything because I apparently cannot use scissors. A lot of seeds for flowers. Okay. Ooh, okay. Now the thing is, I'm not a gardener, so we'll see about that. But what is that all? Oh, that's the soil, that's the seeds. Okay, interesting. Okay, this is like a, I don't know what you call it, like a dandelion fluffy. And then we've got, is this lavender? No, I don't know what this is. Some kind of a tree. Okay. And that's it. I should have unwrapped that when I was visiting my mom because she could have helped me with that, because I do not know how to garden. I don't have a green thumb, as we would say in Germany. Let's see. Experiment accepted. So I wanted this to be a cute clip, but honestly, I had a rough day. It was a busy day. I now have three days more of work. Also, yesterday I had my first fitness course thingy, and I am in a lot of pain. The sore muscles are muscling. And that is a migraine trigger I have. So, not feeling super duper amazing great. I'm not looking it either. However, I do have another little gift from my best friend to unbox. I want to do it. I just want to do it. So, aww. I think this is the perfect one for today. Because the last one with the flowers, I'm still a little bit scared of. But this looks much more like a me thing. So what do we have? Oh, that's perfect. We have a Rituals lip balm with SPF, which I will absolutely take on my vacation. That's so great. We have some snacks for the cat, which she will appreciate a lot. These are her favorites, the Dreamies. She loves those. And then we have a little mug. I'm absolutely 100% a mug person. I know it's not special, but it's just the truth. Okay, so this is the mug. It has a lot of little speech bubbles on it. And it's pink inside. I love it. I love it. Okay, my mental breakdown cup, which, fitting. I think I would have needed this a little bit earlier. A couple of years earlier. Okay, so the mug says, it's okay to want to do nothing, literally me right now. It's okay to have hard days, which, today, absolutely. Feeling emotions is part of the human experience. Yeah, that's why I don't want to be human. There is nothing wrong with feeling negative emotions. I allow myself to feel my anxiety. I don't have to power through it. It's okay if I can't do it all. There is nothing wrong with having anxiety. Very true. I am allowed to have bad days. Well, if you have chronic migraine, that's for sure. I trust what I'm going through. Okay. It's okay to feel mad. I don't need to compare myself to others. I wish. It's okay to have low energy days. The question is there other days? Because for me, for the last couple of years, not really. There's nothing wrong with feeling your emotions. I am allowed to break down. What am I feeling? So true. So true. It's okay to cry. I don't need to smile when I don't want to. It's okay if I don't feel motivated. It's okay that I don't have all the answers. That's so cute. That is so cute. So I think you should take this to heart as well. If one of these messages was the one you needed to hear today, then you just heard it. Take it to heart. So today is the 27th of April and I do have reading updates. Yesterday I finished reading Sunrise on the Reaping. This is the Hayridge prequel to the Hunger Games series, and as promised there is already a reading vlog for the book, so if you want to hear all of my thoughts you can go and check it out. In the end I did like this. I liked it better than Songbirds and Snakes, however I still don't think it reaches the glory and fantasticness of the original trilogy. So in the end I gave this 4-star, especially with the ending. I expected to feel a lot more. A lot of people have talked about how they cried at the end and all of that, and maybe I just spent all of the tears I had on the Fool in the Tawny Man trilogy, but yeah, this didn't do anything for me, unfortunately. So I might not have cried. I still had a good time with this book. I would still say read it if you're interested. Just, yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. And then I had one more physical book to read. So Sunrise on the Reaping was for animal studies, and I still needed a book for Restoration. And Restoration was the prompt to read a book that has a higher rating than 4. And I switched my choice out because originally I had planned on reading Black Sun, but I'm not in a fantasy mood right now. So I decided to switch it out for the next volume in Cheese Sweet Home, which is volume 9 that I had to read. This was really lovely, really sweet. These are just adorable and cute. These are manga books for children, so they follow a little cat called Chi, and at the beginning of the series she gets separated from her family and then she gets adopted by a human family, and it's all about her adventures as a small cat. So it's very, very adorable. I gave this installment 3.5 stars. For me they're all in the 3.5 range. They're just adorable and cute, and I think they do what they set out to do, but it's not a book that changes my life or anything. They're just really, really cute and perfect for readathons. So with that I only need one more finished book, and that will be my audiobook for Shapeshifting. So I hope to talk to you about that tomorrow because I only have half an hour left. So we're gonna do it, and then we finish the Magical Readathon early, which is very exciting. So today is the 28th of April and I do have another reading update. So I did finish my audiobook Sky on Fire by Jenn Lyons. Unfortunately, I did not love this book. I did love her Chorus of Dragons series a lot last year. That was so fantastic and one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. However, this standalone book did not really show what Jenn Lyons does best, in my opinion. It all felt a little bit too surface level, even though we're in the deep. And I don't know, I felt like the characters weren't quite explored enough. I felt like the plot was a little bit here and there and everywhere, and so in the end I didn't really care about a lot of this. However, I still had a fun time. It's just that I never felt that urge to pick the book up. I was listening to this on audio as well, and I didn't really love the narration either. It was fine, but it was my favorite. So I never felt like listening to my audiobook, and that might also very well be because of my current stress levels, that sometimes in the evenings I just felt like doing the dishes listening to the music instead of my audiobook and stuff. So I don't know if it's completely the book's fault. However, I did expect to love this one quite a bit more. So I gave this one 3.5 stars. I don't think I've talked about this one a lot in this vlog, so I think I will just talk about it in my wrap up, which will be up very shortly. So basically we follow a woman called Everett who has been sentenced to death, but she survives, and then after 15 years or something she is sucked back into the political plots, the power play between the dragons of her world. So yeah, it was fine, it was fun, but if you really want to see what Jenn Lyons can do, I would say read the Chorus of Dragons series. What I love about this one as well as the Chorus of Dragons series is that we get a relationship between 3 people in the end, and that I always appreciate. So So now that that is finished, I have also done the last challenge for the Magical Readathon. So I have passed the first semester for my new character. So I'm on my way to become a necromancer. And last night, or rather this morning, I also did the dragon test, because on Patreon we already have the dragon test. Obviously, when you're watching this, it will already be out for everyone. And I got paired up with the lantern dragon, which was kind of a plot twist. I did not expect that to be the one. However, it's a bit dark and a bit mythical, and it lives in water. I don't know why I didn't expect it, but it is a good fit in the end. So yeah, my character got paired up with the lantern dragon. So now we're leaving the Magical Readathon behind. I have started 2 new books. Yesterday I started reading my library ebook for James by Percival Everett. Earlier in the year I've read The Trees, I think it's called, and that one was so great. I listened to the audiobook for that one and it was amazing. So I was really happy that my library has James, and I really wanted to check it out. So I'm reading it now. I'm a quarter of the way through currently, and I'm really enjoying it. This is kind of a retelling of a character from Huckleberry and Finn. Now, I haven't read these books and I don't really know what happens in the story, and I think it's, you know, my kind of experience to go into the book like that. So I can't really tell you how it holds up on the retelling spectrum. However, from just like the enjoyment factor, it is a very intriguing story, because we're following this man called James, and he is enslaved, and he lives in a town where we also have Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, and they're always up to mischief. And with this character of James, he very much tries to kind of hide the fact that he's very intelligent, and he actually can read, and he taught other slaves to read as well. And because of that, they kind of have to put on an act so that the white people don't realize that they're actually like really smart and educated. So that is kind of an interesting perspective, and yeah, I'm intrigued to read more. I'm very happy that I started this one. And then for my audiobook, I decided to start one of the series I want to read in the next couple of months, and that is the Rook and Rose trilogy. I will do a separate reading vlog for that, but I did start listening to Mask of Mirrors. So that's it for the updates, and yeah, the month is progressing very quickly. These are my last 3 days at work. I'm so excited, and yeah, we're gonna get through this and finish off this month.
To like get quite a few, because I know the odds here are not always in the favor. Okay, Lucia Knox, I can pronounce that one. House of the Arcane, good job. 10 points.
So today is the 1st of May, and with that we come to the end of this vlog. And I may seem a bit down right now. It's just because the last couple of days were quite stressful, and so today I'm kind of paying the toll for that, I guess. But yeah, the last 3 days were my last 3 days in my job. So I am now officially entering my sabbatical, which I'm so excited about. This is going to be a fantastic summer that, yeah, I will talk more about in an upcoming video, but I'm so ready. As you can probably tell from this, I'm so ready. So yeah, where did I stand at the end of the month for the reading? I had started 2 new books after finishing my Magical Readathon TBR, and I am about a quarter of the way into both of these right now. So I did start the Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick, which is the first book in the Rook and Rose trilogy, and As I said before, there will be a whole reading vlog for that trilogy, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely curing my audiobook slump a little bit, which is very exciting, and I can't wait to read the rest of this book. This is a Venetian-inspired fantasy where we follow a kind of con artist main character, and it's a lot of fun. It does give me some Westrid family vibes if you've read the second trilogy in the Realm of the Otherlings, the Life Ship Traders. Kind of reminds me of that. And then I also started an ebook from my library, and that was James by Percival Everett. And with this one, I'm also 25% through, and I can't wait to now have the time and mental capacity to finish that book. So I will talk more about it in my May vlogs. And yeah, obviously I'm enjoying it. I think Percival Everett is kind of a one-of-a-kind author, and I can't wait to read his other books because so far I've only finished one, The Trees, so on to more of it for sure. So that is it for my reading. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. Definitely let me know in the comments what was your favorite book you've read in the last couple of weeks. I would love to hear about that. But also anything else you would like to share, obviously. Don't forget to give this video a like. That really helps me out. And if you subscribe, I will talk to you very soon with maybe some more exciting vlogs. We'll see about that. Bye!